aims to develop national leaders and capabilities in public and private sectors. And experts in electricity review in Muscat the latest technologies and solutions in the fields of electric power systems, transmission networks, and renewable energy. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq today presided over the official inauguration of the Royal Academy of Management in the Ministry's area in Al Khuwair. Upon his arrival to the Royal Academy of Management's headquarters, His Majesty was received by His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of the Royal Court, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Royal Academy of the Management, and His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Qasim Al Lawati, the President of the Academy, and members of the Board of Trustees of the Academy. As a gesture marking the opening of the Academy, His Majesty the Sultan placed a symbolic key on the gate's model. After that, His Majesty went on tour of the Royal Academy of Management's facilities. The 5-story building has multiple spaces that were designed to enhance collaboration, efficiency, and inspiration among the various teams of the Academy. The building was also remodeled to offer an interactive, functional, and smart user experience for both employees and the Academy's wider community. Focusing on creating an enabling environment for both working and learning, the natural lights and green spaces offer a healthy work environment, whereas the smart systems and meeting capsules create an ideal space to facilitate virtual meetings. The building also consists of various joint workspaces and community areas, shying away from the traditional fixed workstations. During the tour, His Majesty met members of the International Advisory Board of the Royal Academy of Management. At the conclusion of the royal visit, His Majesty received a commemorative gift from the Royal Academy of Management presented by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Qasim Al-Lawati. The gift was inspired by the inauguration event and embodies the Academy's official opening gate. The official opening ceremony was attended by some members of the royal family, ministers, the chairman of the State Council and the Shura Council, undersecretaries, and members of the Board of Trustees and the Academy's International Advisory Board. His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al-Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of the Royal Court and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Royal Academy of Management, expressed his sincere thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the Sultan for the inauguration of the Academy, which confirms His Majesty's interest in taking up the causes of science and his keenness to strengthen the Omani leadership capabilities and developing it to play its role in serving the Omani economy to be a productive economy capable of providing job opportunities for citizens and multiplying the local value in line with the paths of the renewed global economy. Meanwhile, His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Qasim Al-Lawati, President of the Royal Academy of Management, expressed his thanks and gratitude for His Majesty the Sultan's inauguration of the Academy, saying that the role of the Royal Academy of Management does not stop at the limits of the leadership development process, but rather being an incubating environment for various leadership societies in the Sultanate of Oman through programs, systematic dialogues, and participatory spaces to frame ideas, initiatives, and solutions. The Royal Academy of Management is considered a leading scientific center which aims to develop national leaders and capabilities in public and private establishments through an integrated system of specialized projects, programs, and centers in the modern management. The Academy aims to enhance efficiency of state administrative apparatus and update its work mechanisms, which goes in line with the goals of Oman Vision 2040. The Academy targets higher and executive leaderships that are in charge with formulating and implementing strategies and projects of Oman Vision 2040. With the aim to enhance the youth role in development in the Governorate of Dhofar and to enhance the communication channels within society, His Highness Sayyid Marwan bin Turki Al Saeed, Governor of Dhofar, met with the members of the Youth Committee of Dhofar Municipality. During the meeting, they reviewed Dhofar Municipality's plans for the upcoming development projects. Members of the committee were distributed in a number of groups to discuss some issues, namely the Governorate's strategic plans and the development of touristic seasons and sites. With the participation of more than 450 local and international participants and experts, works of Sigri Muscat International Symposium kicked off. 50 working papers will be discussed in this event to develop more sustainable and flexible power systems and to showcase the latest solutions in the fields of energy storage and digitalization. Here's a report.
The SIGRI Muscat International Symposium focuses on recent researches and policies related to transition to innovative, sustainable and resilient power systems. The symposium brings together international, regional and local energy leaders and experts to highlight best practices and policies focused on power systems resilience, innovations, networking opportunities and power systems future.
This particular gathering today is about understanding how would renewable energy, as they start to interact with the grids, how would we benefit from regional and international experience and best practices that will enable Oman and the GCC countries to do its best to benefit and to build a new system that enables the development of each society, but at the same time continue to reduce the carbon footprint from electricity generation and transmissions.
The symposium will discuss 50 working papers on driving towards an enhanced system sustainability and resiliency with increasing shares of renewables and innovations in future power grids, in energy storage, electric vehicles and digitalization, and development in high-voltage direct current grids and multi-terminal HVDC.
It discusses basically the main opportunities and challenges in the electricity sector. This symposium today in Muscat will focus mainly on the renewable energy integration and the challenges the companies are facing with regards to the networking as well as transmission and distribution, and the best practices and the new innovations in terms of storage. So it is an international platform that enables engineers and experts to further enhance their knowledge and cope with the challenges they are facing currently with the electricity sector in general.
The Sultanate of Oman is taking steady steps to position the electric power sector at the level of progress through partnership between the public and private sectors, learning about regional and international expertise, as well as adapting to the rapid changes in the global energy mix.
Rear Admiral Ali Abdullah Al-Shidi, commandant of the National Defense College at the Strategic and Defense Studies Academy, received the delegation of the U.S. Air Force College. During the meeting, the two sides exchanged cordial talks and discussed several academic matters of mutual interest. The visiting delegation toured the college's facilities as well as its various departments and halls. Major General Hamid bin Ahmed Sakroon, head of the Academy for Strategic and Defense Studies, received today the delegation of the U.S. Air Force College. During the meeting, the two sides exchanged talks on a number of joint academic and training topics. Still to come in our news bulletin. Omani Women's Association in Sour celebrates the conclusion of the professional sewing program. A suicide bomber riding on a motorcycle rammed into a police truck in Pakistan's Restif southwest, killing at least 10 policemen and wounding 12 officers in one of the deadliest attacks on security forces in recent months. A local police chief said the officers were on a routine patrol when the attack happened, initially killing 9. He added that the casualties were taken to a nearby hospital where one of the critically wounded policemen later died. CB is about 150 kilometers east of Kera, the provincial capital. No one immediately claimed responsibility for the bombing. South Korea's defense ministry said that the United States deployed a B-52 bomber for a joint drill with its ally South Korea today, in a show of force against North Korea's nuclear and missile threats. In footage released today by South Korea's defense ministry, a B-52 bomber was seen flying in formation with the South Korean fighter jets during the drill. B-52 bombers are capable of carrying nuclear weapons. South Korea and the United States will achieve peace through strength by stepping up joint drills, according to a statement by the ministry in Seoul. Parts of Australia's east, including Sydney, recorded their hottest day in more than 2 years today, with temperatures hitting more than 40 degrees Celsius. Penrith, a suburb in western Sydney, recorded 40.1 degrees Celsius today's afternoon, the hottest day since January 26, 2021, while some inland towns reached nearly 41 degrees. Total fire bans are now in place for multiple regions across most of New South Wales, while 35 public schools, mostly in inland regions, have been closed due to the severe heat. The hot and dry conditions are likely to persist until next Wednesday. Omani Women's Association Ansur celebrated the conclusion of the professional sewing program. The program aimed to enable the participants to practice sewing profession to be a source of income. More details in the following report.
22 trainees completed the professional sewing workshop, which lasted for 6 months in Omani Women's Association in Wilaya of Sur. The workshop is sponsored by Oman India Fertilizer Company, and it has a complete laboratory that is equipped with all necessary tools related to sewing profession. The workshop focused on training the participants with sewing, embroidery, and fashion design skills so that they can open their own startups after they succeeded in tailoring these ladies' clothes as shown in the exhibition. Such cooperation between Omani Women's Association and Oman India Fertilizer Company is significant, as it accomplishes a major goal in corporate social responsibility that aims at developing the participants' skills and encouraging them to make revenue for their families. Sultan bin Saif Sarai, from South Al-Sharqiyya Governorate, Wilaya of Sur.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq presides over the inauguration of the Royal Academy of Management in Al Khuwair. Royal Academy of Management is a leading scientific center that aims to develop national leaders and capabilities in public and private sectors. And experts in electricity review in Muscat the latest technologies and solutions in the fields of electric power systems, transmission networks, and renewable energy. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.